Hello, welcome to another Wordle video. It's been exactly roughly 24 hours, and yeah, it's going. Hi, hello. But yeah, it's a little bit of a different angle because I'm using my camera. I'm actually using the camera that I got. If you recall, if you've been on this channel for a while, like a year, I got a camera like a year ago and said I'd use it. And so I'm finally getting around to using it. So this is a little bit of a different angle, but yeah, hopefully it'll work out well. So yes, Wordle, word of the day. So basically, if you're unfamiliar with Wordle, you got to guess the word in 5 guesses. It's a free website. Check it out. I'll put a link in the description. It's a lot of fun, and we'll see if we can get it. We'll see if we can get it. So 5 letters. Let's try Earth to start. Thank goodness. Okay, Earth, none except for T. Okay. So yellow means it's not in that slot. There is a T in the word, but it's not there. So maybe could be something like Turks or tough, but there's no H. I don't want to repeat letters if I don't have to. I feel like tough is good, except we know there's no H, so it couldn't possibly be tough. But I feel like that's, turf actually isn't, oh, there's an R in there. We don't want that R. Tummy? We don't want repeated letters if possible. Touch? There's no CH. No H. T'Challa? Marissa Tomei? Terra? No. Teflon? Like, we know there's a T, so it could be something else. There's no A. There's no E. If we could, what did I try? What did I say? Tough? Oh, south. No. Tough. Then we might end up going with tough, even though H is a repeat letter. That allows us to get U and O, which are 2 vowels, out of the way as well as try another T, as well as try G. So I'm going to go with tough and see what happens. Okay, so we know T is not here or here, so it could be here or here. Is there a word that ends with T? A 5-letter word that ends with T? Monet or Monet? There's no E. Plant. It could be something like that. So there are words that end with T. There's no O, so O would have to be ponds. We haven't tried an S. Isn't that a pont? Isn't that the landing skid on a biplane that lands on water? Isn't it? Aren't the side pieces called ponts? What? Or am I thinking of something else? What's the? It's like a thing, right? Isn't it a thing? It's a thing. Is it not a thing? Is it? We haven't tried C. We haven't tried any of these letters at the bottom row, so we might want to try to knock out a couple of them if possible. There could be an I and a Y, possibly. We know the O is here, so we know T is not there, so it could be M-O-T. N-O-T, not north. There's no H. Computer? Cops? Cot. So the T could be there. We should try, maybe we should try focusing on another T. But we probably should try to get another letter. So if O is here, could be south, could be, it couldn't be south, but it, just for the sake of the argument, let's say it could be south. Dough, we know it's not UGH or RTH. So I guess the question then is, what other endings could there be? RTH is not it. UGH is not it. TCH No, there's no H. So let's say it's something T, because the T has to be here or here. Let's say it's T. TCH is the only ending I can think of. TCH, T, F, T, W, T, Q, T, S, D. If the T were here, it would have to go into another vowel, because I think TCH is the only vowel, only ending I can think of that starts with T. If it's a 3-letter ending and it starts with T, it would have to be TCH, like Mitch or ditch or something like that. That might be worth a try, although we would be repeating H again, but we would get C, we'd get T to see if it's here. We wouldn't get O because we know O is here, but we could see if I was in another location, and we could also see if D is in another location. That might be a good test, because we know O is here. So if we get I, it could be here. Either if I and T are yellow, that means that basically T would have to be here, and I would have to be either here or here, which might be good to know. I guess the I could also be here. It could be itchy. That might be better, because then we could get Y in there. C. See if T is here. See if I is in the word at all. All right, so we know that T has to be here or here. We know I has to be here or here, because O is here. So we know it's something like blank O I, or T has to be here, or T could be here. T could be in the center, and then I has to be somewhere else. So it could be IT, T, I, yeah, something like OTI or OI blank T. So something like tight, it can be tight because obviously it's right here. T is here. I is not here because O is here. So T can be here. O can be here, but T could be here. Okay, T could be here. So it could be like a GHT kind of a thing, although we know it's not G or H. Okay, so we're getting there. We're getting there. We know that O is here. We know I is not in this slot. We know I cannot be in this slot. T has to be in one of these two slots. So what words have T in the center? We have tried out N-E. Okay. Carts. Not me. Not me. Knit. Nut. Butts. We haven't tried an S yet, but this would not work. We're not going to waste two T's because we know that T. I mean, I guess we could do it and then, or we would be wasting a U and also one of these T's because we know that the T is not here. We can't do that, but it could be something that ends with S. We haven't tried that yet. And S is a relatively common word, a common letter, since, you know, pretty much there's probably hundreds of 5-letter words that end with S. Maybe not hundreds, but there's a lot of 5-letter words that end with S because, you know, you just make it plural. So there's a high possibility that it ends with S. So let's say this. If it ends with S, that means that T has to go here, which means O goes here and I has to go here. So it would be blank O T I S. That does not make sense, right? Like modus Bodis, Dotis. Yeah, there's no words that start with this letter, but still make sense. Lotus, but it's Lotus. There's no I. So if this was it, because I would have to go here because T is not in either of the other locations. T has to go here, O has to go here, and I does not go here, which means I has to go here if there was an S. So that means that we can rule out S as a possibility. There's no S in this word with the letters we've been given, because there's no letter that could start here that would give us this sequence. So there's no S, which means it could. We know it's not I or T. O has to go here. T would have to go here if it ended with S. I would have to go here. Unless it was Otzi, Motzi? Motzi? You got Moxie. That's what I'm thinking of. Moxie. Could be Moxie, I guess. There's no E. So yeah, it's definitely not like M-O-T-S-I or D-O-T-S-I or something like that. So this, or I-S rather. So that we know that the S cannot be possible. All right. Ruled out S. It could be porks. Well, like multiple pigs. Wait. No. Point of view. Pods. Posts. Pods. It couldn't be post because T is there. We need another letter. If we had another confirmed letter, that this would be easier. So maybe we should throw another word out there that does not contain O, but would give us another letter that we could confirm to be in there. Which vowels do we have left? We have I, O, A, E, U, A, E, O, I, O, U, Y. So we have all the vowels we're going to get in the word. We have O and we have I. I is not at the beginning. O is the second position, which means T has to be in the third or fifth. I would have to then be in one of the other positions. So it would have to be, the word only has, I mean, I guess it's possible it has multiple O's, but it also has an I. So it's unusual to have a word with like two O's and an I, like manoi or manio. Matoi. Loss. We still haven't tried an S, but we know it couldn't be at the end. It could be in the middle, like lost. Lose. I don't think it is, because that would force the I to be at the end. Loiter? Long? Why do I think it's L? Let's try another word that repositions the letters, part of the letters we already know. So we'll try B, O, T. I think it would have to be TH if it was T there. I don't think any other consonant would go in this position. It could be two T's, but we know it's not two T's either here and here or here and here. Or here and here or here and here. Like, you know, we have a T in the wrong position here, here, and here, which means it's not TT, TT, or TT, or TT. So it's just one T. So it can be like bottle or something like that. No two T's here. So it'd have to be botch or something like that. We know it's not C or H. Bobbing, bomb. We haven't tried M. We haven't tried B. We haven't tried S. We know O is in there. This is bad because we're repeating B. If we knew, for example, B, like if we try this and B is yellow here, then we know that it has to basically be here, more or less. Like we know T and I are somewhere in here. So I don't want to repeat letters if possible. Bodies, bomb. Wait. Bodes. Wait, there's no E. Nah, that's not it. Let's see. Pimbo? No. Well, O could be at the... No, O is in the center. So it has to be B-O or M-O, N-O. Colon? It could be another O. If it was two O's like this, the I would have to be probably at the end and the T would have to be in the center. It's interesting. Okay. Because we couldn't... Wait. So that if it was colon, I would be here. Because the O is here. O is here. I would have to be here. T would have to be here. Because T could be here. And then I here. Or I here and T here. Koi. Kotoi. Kotoi? Isn't that to like am I thinking of the right word? Like to basically like what's the word? You know, where you be like subservient in a aggravating way. Kotoye or kotoing. What's the word? Where you're like, I can't think of the word. Maybe it's different. Maybe that's not the word I'm thinking of. But I feel like that's not it. Combat? No. I know it's not A. We already went through all the vowels, so we only have I and O. So this should be relatively easy. We know there's an I, we know there's an O. There's only like, I don't know, 40% of the English language to worry about. If you know there's an I, you know there's an O. Thought, think, pills, oils, pools. No, there's no. We know that there's an I. We know there's a T. We know there's an O. So we have to assume, and we know where three of the. We know where the T can't be. Basically, the T has to be here. Bocce? Is it bocce? Like bocce ball? Because O? No, there's no T. Standard bot. If it's B, it could start with B, but that's, I don't know. Starting with B doesn't seem too logical given the numbers we got, given the letters we got here. It couldn't start with B, I don't think. We have M, we have in, we have V, very, various, volleyball, villain, vitriol. No, the O has to go there. Voting, voter, voting, vote, I don't think the I would have to be, if the T went here, the I would have to be here, or it could be here. I think what we might need to do is confirm where the T is. If we can confirm where the T is, then we can basically know where the I more or less is. So let's confirm where the T is. If we know that the T is not here, and here, and here. So the T, let's try something with the T in the center. something like botch, or if we could find something with a T in the center or end and starts with S, that would be good, because that would allow us to know if S is in the word. So set Satch Sips Simps? Alright. Sits Sit Sidle? That allows, we know the I is not there, so we don't want to do that. Soggy? Let's try it the other way. Incite, inmate, invoke. It seems like there's so many words I'm thinking of that just like are 6-letter words instead of 5-letter words. Invariable, infer. Doesn't help at all, except I guess the in. Boons. We at least see if the in is in there. We know that it's not probably 2 O's. Excuse me. If it were, it would be OO. No word starts with OO, so it would have to be like something like boons. BOO IT. Boo it. That's not a word. So it's not boons. It's that, like, that's just not gonna help us. Jokes. OT something I. Let's look at it maybe more abstract like that. Let's say it was O, because O has to be here. We know I is not here, and T is not here. So we don't know what this is. O is definitely here. Let's say T were here, and I were here. It doesn't look familiar to me. B-O-T-B, N-O-T-M, M-O, mod, mop? No. So what if we switch these? Because I has to be here. I could be in any of these 3 locations, but T has to be in either here or here. Moist? No way. That's a horrible word if it is. M, we haven't tried M. O, I goes here. S, we haven't tried S. T goes here. All right, no, but that we're closer. We're way closer. Hoist? No, we know there's no T, no S. So it would be B-O-I. Loist. What ends with T? Moist? If it's not moist, like it's not gonna end with an ST. We know it's not gonna end with an ST. It can't end with an ST. It's just, that's just not what it is. So would it be what else could it end with if it's not ST? Is it DT, FT, WT, QT, ZT, XT? Point. Point. Could be point. Could be point. We haven't tried in and we haven't tried P. It's a real possibility. It could be point. What else could it be? I don't think it's anything starts with KOI. LOI, no. JOI. Joint. It could be joint or point. No. Let me write these down before I... So it could be joint. It could be point. What else could it be? Zoinks. No. I think it honestly... It doesn't have to be OINT, actually. I think that's probably the best guess I have so far. U-W. T? TT? Nah. L? Foiled? I think it's OINT. I think that's honestly it. DFUW. So let's do this. This is gonna be a little bit of a wild thing, but let's say it was point, right? And then we're wrong. Let's say then we say like, okay, well, let's say it's joint. And we are also wrong. Because is there any other word that could end with OINT that starts with a very, a different start letter? Because basically I want to avoid saying it's point, it failing, me saying joint, and then that failing. So we're gonna try to future-proof that by saying what other words could it be? Point, joint. I think that's it. I think it's just joint or point. That's the only possibilities. Let's try joint. Point. Let's go. 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 That's tough, dude. I don't know why I have so many. I've gotten it quick only once. I've gotten it in 2 guesses, and then 2 of the other times I've tried has been 4 guesses, and then every other time has been 6. So like I think I'm just going to keep doing poorly and like getting it on the last possible guess. Point. I should have tried point probably earlier. Point's kind of a good guess because you get an in there. In and M are both relatively common consonants, I feel like. Like Z is not very common. X is not very common. M and N are pretty common because you have like, money, you have moist, you have point, joint, you have, nines, you have mines. So I mean like M and N are pretty common, I feel like, compared to let's say Z or X, or even Q, or not even Q, and Q. So like I probably should start with point or moist because it gets you it gets the M and N kind of out of the way. Maybe even better, something that has both of them in there. Yeah, there's words I feel like that you could use. But this was good. This was good. It was tough. It was tough. Yeah, I feel like the more I play, the more I'm gonna be like, let's just like get this out of the way. Let's try this, and then like immediately get 2 or 3 letters. Because in 3 guesses we got 1. Well, in 3 guesses we got 3 letters. We just didn't. We only knew the position of one of them, which is the O. Yeah, that's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. I feel like that's pretty good actually to get 3 guesses and get basically a letter a guess. Yeah, this was okay. I feel like we could have probably done this a little faster or just made a little bit more compact guesses. Again, I really should stop reusing letters on like the second guess. Like you get the first guess, the second guess should be totally different. Like if the second guess let's say the second guess was something else. Let's say the second guess was just a completely different word with completely different letters. I probably would have gotten, I might have gotten like an O, might have gotten an I, if like it was something else that didn't share the T and didn't share the, well, the H is really just the only sticking point there. The H is really just, there's no reason for me to reproduce and copy the H and just waste a guess on the H. I should try to have like, maybe I should just start off with like 2 words that I know are nothing alike, to just rule out like 10 different letters from the 26 letters of the alphabet. I hope I'm right on that. I hope I'm right. It's 26 letters. As I recall, I am correct. But yes, this was fun. It was a lot of fun. Thank you very much for watching me kind of struggle a little bit, but also you know, get it in the end. And it was a lot of fun. Hope to keep doing this. It'd be cool if Wordle, I don't know if the Wordle developer will ever see this, but like it'd be interesting to go back in time, or to have a calendar where you can select different days, like, you know, what was yesterday's, what is tomorrow's, and you could say like, how would you go forward into the future and say what tomorrow's is. I assume it's either selecting it from a pre-made list. He's not like actually uploading a word like at 12 a.m. He's not like, okay, let me get up at 12 a.m. and like input the next word for the word of the day. I assume it's either pulling from a list or generating words from a list using a seed, and the seed is the day. So I don't know, but like, I don't know how he's doing it, but it seems like it's very doable to just have you know, give the player the ability to kind of jump around and select different days, because then I could let like a week of Wordle, you know, accrue, and then just play them all, or play multiple on stream, or, you know, play multiples in the future if I'm gonna be away, something like that. I'd like to keep doing this maybe every day, and some days I'm not probably going to be available. I imagine like something could happen, but it'd be nice to have like the ability to go back in time and play the word of the day. So it'd be cool. But yeah, anyway, thank you very much for watching. I've been SolarLune. It's been fun. If you want to support this nonsense, then please check out the links in the description, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side next time. See ya.